Welcome back. This duo is taking teacher appreciation to a new level with the Flag Award for Teaching Excellence. The program recognizes and celebrates New York City's public school teachers, and we now turn to a clip of the winners for last year's awards.
The best thing about being a New York City public school teacher has to be
working in the city itself.
The students and the community that I serve.
You really feel as a teacher that you're making a difference in their lives.
People that I work with are some of the most intelligent, creative, and just fiery people that I know, and it's just a pleasure to work with them.
the kids. Their energy every day and just having the diversity in the classroom is absolutely energizing.
The connection.
Joining us to discuss the program are founders of the Flag Award for Teaching Excellence, Amanda and Glenn Fuhrman. Thank you both for joining us. So I wanted to just jump right into it. The Flag Award for Teaching Excellence started back in 2019. Can you tell us what inspired you both to start this program?
I think we both have a real appreciation for teachers. Amanda and I spent, we have 3 children, all being educated, and we have a lot of family members that were teachers, Amanda's mother, my aunt, et cetera. And, we just want to really highlight the great teachers out there, and especially public school teachers who are doing such a great job and working so hard to educate the future of our country. And we really just wanted to celebrate those great teachers.
So now people are eligible or can now nominate their favorite teachers for a Flag Award. What do you look for in a candidate and who is eligible?
Well, all full-time public school teachers are eligible in all 5 boroughs. You have to be teaching somewhere in grades K through 12 and have at least 5 years of experience. And then teachers can be nominated by their students, by parents of students, by principals, fellow teachers, or colleagues. We have a lot of teachers that get nominated by principals, but we love to see students and parents of students nominating great teachers as well, which happens very frequently.
And I think in terms of the criteria, this past year, everything that's happened in the educational system, the movement to more online learning, and the sort of difficulty that teachers have had only made it more clear that they need more resources to provide the kinds of education that we're looking for to our next generations of kids. And so we're looking for people in particular who might be using their resources in particularly creative ways, or innovating to have new styles of learning that they can bring into the classroom, looking for collaborations with, we live in New York City, the greatest place in the world. There's all kinds of educational opportunities in the city itself. So there may be partnering with museums or other local organizations or community organizations. So, these teachers are doing some really dynamic and exceptional things. And it's just been our honor and pleasure to get to know a little bit more about all of them.
Now, you kind of mentioned the criteria just slightly, but I understand you have something called CREATE, which I think sounds really cool. Can you just elaborate on that a little bit?
Well, we created an acronym just to help identify some of the specific things we're looking for. And so we use the word CREATE to help identify that. And so that stands for the 6 key things we're looking for. So the C stands for challenges and inspire students of all abilities, utilizing innovative teaching techniques and approaches to curricula and activities. R reaches out beyond the classroom, making a positive impact on the school and the community. E embraces their role as an educator with tireless, devoted dedication. A acknowledges the full spectrum of potential in each and every student. T teaches through example as a leader and role model both inside and outside the classroom. And E engages in opportunities for self-improvement and continues to learn, grow, and develop as a teacher. So many of the things that Amanda actually just identified as well.
Now, I think that's pretty cool and it's amazing. So the people who do embody this have a chance of winning. And I really want to get into that because it seems like there are some really cool things that are being offered. Firstly, I want to say, I understand there are different tiers to actually winning. Could you detail that for us?
Well, the most exciting thing is it's a big group of people. That's what we're excited about. We identify the one grand prize winner in each of the 5 New York City boroughs, and each of those teachers will win an unrestricted cash prize of $25,000. And so that's the number one prize. But we highlight a lot of other teachers as well. So there's a group of finalists that each receive $10,000, and then a group of semifinalists that each receive $500. So in general, we're giving awards to over 30 teachers across the board. And at the same time, each of their schools also receive monies to do things in the school as well. So in addition to what I just mentioned for the teachers getting for themselves, the schools of the winning teachers get an additional $10,000. The finalist schools get $2,000. And then the semifinal schools get $500 as well. So there's a lot of money going to the teachers themselves, but importantly also to the schools that can be used to benefit the entire school.
Now, these are huge prizes that I'm sure will mean a lot to New York City teachers. Oftentimes, we see many teachers use their own resources. Are you hoping this effort will make up for what's possibly missing in our New York City public school system?
I mean, I certainly hope that it might at least shine a light on the incredible work that these individuals are doing with really limited resources. And I think it's important to recognize everything that teachers do. I mean, I think that to think that we're at a place where teachers just cover the basics of reading, writing, and arithmetic is naive to what is really going on in these communities, and a lot of communities in New York and across the country. And the teachers are stepping in as leaders in ways that are really important to these kids and these students. And so we hope that it just draws attention to the exceptional efforts these people are making. And if that, brings attention to the need for more resources for schools, that would be wonderful. I mean, at least to get community involvement and support of your local system is incredible. So we're hopeful in general that promoting teachers promotes everyone in the educational system, for sure.
Now, I kind of want to talk a little bit about how you mentioned the schools will also win. I understand that there's also a focus on an arts-based initiative. Can you speak a little bit more to that and why you wanted to highlight the arts?
Well, I think a little bit what you said before, and what Amanda was mentioning, resources are limited. And one area that has had some resources taken away over the years is the arts and the appreciation and the ability to work in the arts. And so we have highlighted some type of arts-based initiative for the funds that we give the schools. It can be interpreted pretty broadly, so that can be used really in very, very creative and broad ways. But we do want to highlight that we think giving some extra funding to arts in general would be positive for the schools and for the students there. We are actively involved in many different aspects of the arts. And so that was part of the program from the beginning.
So now I want to touch on the fact that teachers face so many challenges during the pandemic. Do you think awards like this are necessary now more than ever?
I mean, I think it's always nice to have awards that celebrate excellence in anything. Teachers are sometimes underappreciated in our view, and so this type of an award, I think, and we think, is beneficial anytime. But of course, during the pandemic, when teachers are even more under pressure than ever before, having to deal with things like remote learning, with Zoom, and all kinds of other issues that have never really been confronted before, of course, it's certainly helpful. But I think teachers always deserve to be celebrated.
I think that one of the problems, we saw this with first responders and the healthcare workers during the pandemic. All of a sudden, sort of these people that we almost take for granted in our daily lives, that they're going to be there when we need them and we have a health incident, we saw how critical they are to our system. And I think when kids weren't able to go to school, all of a sudden, and parents were having to do the educating at home, we had a realization that, oh, wow, yeah, those teachers are really important. What they're doing is really critical. And I think that if we can keep the enthusiasm and that kind of respect and gratitude up in all these fields, not just during times of crisis, that it just makes such a huge difference. Each of us has been touched by a teacher in our lives. I've pretty much never spoken to a student who hasn't. And, they deserve to be appreciated all the time, whether it's a pandemic or not.
You just let everyone know where they can find out more about your organization and participate.
So if you'd like to nominate a great teacher for this prize and win $25,000, go to flagaward.org and you can nominate any amazing teacher you like, more than one. It's totally fine. We have a process to review and analyze a whole bunch of great teachers. So go ahead and nominate again, flagaward.org.
And anyone can nominate, correct, Glenn?
Yes.
Students, teachers, parents.
You can't nominate yourself, but you can nominate another great teacher.
All right, awesome. Amanda, Glenn, thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having us.
That's all for our show today. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Kibin Alleyne, wishing you and yours safety and wellness now and always. See you next time.